two of college football's elite colliding here in a matchup of top 5 teams early in the season. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the New Mexico Lobos, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Lobos will kick it away to get this game going. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. First down here for this offense. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Loses 3. 3rd down coming up.
So on the opening drive, it's now 3rd and 4. And he drops back in the gun. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on 3rd down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game, and you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. And the visitors start with a run that barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. To throw, it's Siegel. Caught quickly. The pickup is 9, so it sets up a 3rd and 1 now.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Can he make it to the marker? Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And the Lobos come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
Well, if you're going to be able to play in the SEC and be a dominant team, you have to have defensive linemen like this right here. We've seen that from Georgia over the years. They've been incredibly blessed to have defensive linemen that can hold up against the run, also have the ability to do this right here, which is pressure the quarterback and come up with those sacks.
So after consecutive losses, they got to come up with something here on 3rd and very long. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And the protection breaks down yet again, another sack.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back. Make it tougher on the quarterback. Make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. We're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Breaking free at midfield. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. But it's incomplete. They miss an opportunity, and now it's 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
New Mexico's offense retakes the field now. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a 1st down.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
And that run, good for 1st down yardage. The drive moves on. He hands it off from the gun. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Dropping back, it's Siegel. Makes a quick grab. Breaks loose at the 45. That big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? Ball handed to the running back. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes a quick catch. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Third down, out of the shotgun. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play.
And after 1, here's
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. They'll test the right side here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Snags a quick throw. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. And 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
4th down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, New Mexico.
Fourth down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. Looking to throw. It's Siegel. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, New Mexico.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Georgia, 0.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? Offense will keep it on the ground here. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. And on the carry, he's heading left.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They bring him down, but not before a huge gain. Moves the ball to the 40-yard line.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray and more recently Jake Fromm and, of course, Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
Georgia now operating in the red zone. A jet sweep here. Can the receiver get the edge? He tests the middle but gets stuck. That one goes nowhere.
brings up.
Discipline, discipline, discipline. That's the key to this defense right now. Great job against the jet sweep of staying out wide and not giving that receiver much room at all.
On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he
Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. But they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the New Mexico offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. They bring them down to the 32-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
To the air, it's Siegel. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. They'll try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. Well, now it's third down.
Most offensive coaches, they're going to be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man. And I'm curious to see if they're going to test this defensive back again because of the excellent coverage he's having out there.
They're going to throw for it on third and short. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. And the quarterback dropping back. Down he goes, a sack.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up second and long. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. And the Lobos will send their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And that sets up a return. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. The pocket breaking down, looking to set up a screen pass here. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield.
Trying to bait this defensive line into believing they have a shot to get to the quarterback on the pass. Instead, they recognize screen right away, make a really nice play for a lost yardage.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things. and it allows him to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
Return tackle right there. That's when they'll start the drive. And the Lobos offense is back out there. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Catch hauled in here over the middle.
You know, these kind of routes are always great for receivers who do a really good job of yards after the catch situations. And they're easy completions for the quarterback.
Powering through the defender. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down to the 27-yard line. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. It's a shotgun run call. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. To throw, it's Siegel. There's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a 2-ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here, he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near the... And he's going to float this one to the right side. And the ball is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit, they were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. And he'll set up to throw. Pressure is coming. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Dogs will kick it off to begin the second half. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there.
The 16.
Mexico's offense retakes the field now. First play of the second half is a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Throw to the running back in the flat. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver, but there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. And how about the speed of this defense? Now, you're looking at a 3rd down.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. We're going to throw it on 3rd and very long. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
The Lobos will line up to punt it away. And the returner is brought down. Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Hands off to the left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Well, this sack is on the quarterback, in my opinion. Anytime you call a screen, you've got to be aware that that pass rush is coming in. Bait them towards you and go over top. This time, he's unaware of how quickly they're going to come in.
Fires it to the wideout. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
Here comes the New Mexico offense back on the field. Which offense can get it going first? This one has been a struggle so far. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And tackled after a small pickup there. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Siegel. It's caught. Running with purpose. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Some really tight windows to throw into for this quarterback with the defense sitting back in zone. But he finds the curl route, and he shows you his arm strength by getting it in there.
We stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it.
And he'll lost it to the end zone. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
It's the running back in the flat. And they get him down after the completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He cannot escape defense with a sack.
If I'm on this offensive line, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today. It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front. Chris, they've already given up 6 sacks alone in this game.
The attempt is no good. That one's off target, and the game will remain tied.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it to the left. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Testing the right side here. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Here's the 2nd down play. Handoff to the back. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line. Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down, bringing pressure. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in the zone coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the 1st down marker.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws, but those yards after the catch kind of pad your stats.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? And that run produces a decent gain.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's a quick grab. Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Touchdown, Lobos. They jump in front here in the fourth.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Tackle right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Play action here on first down. Caught quickly. He's found some room at the 45. Goes out after a nice gain. A sign of life here by the offense.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He escapes the sack. And the senior calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
But how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds, trying to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here we go, late in a tight game. This might be the biggest play so far, 3rd and 2. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Short completion to the tight end. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And the runner takes off to his right. They make the stop, but not before a solid game that time.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And there's the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Shotgun formation here on third down. And the sophomore making an impact play.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So here we go, down one score. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Caught near the goal line. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. Big opportunity for the offense to tie this game up in the fourth quarter. It's first and goal. Tight end goes in motion. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs.
What a touchdown by this offense. They're down one now, an extra point away from tying this game up with under 2 minutes to go.
And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense is back out there. Back to pass. It's Siegel. Finds an open target on the left side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
First down. We're going to throw the football. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. We'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Second down. We're going to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. Finds the receiver wide open. Big play in enemy territory all the way to the 41-yard line. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. And the Lobos will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Tremendous crowd atmosphere now in the final minute of play. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Short connection to the tight end here. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
Tie ball game, late, and they're going for it on fourth down. Complete to the running back. Can he get first down yardage? Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, that's got to be deflating for this defense. They had this offense right where they wanted, and then they come up with a fourth down conversion with that pass.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And the defense stops the clock with a timeout. 24 seconds remaining. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Handoff to the right side. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. Second down play coming up. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and that'll cost the offense 5. Now this is the 8th play on this drive. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? Touchdown, New Mexico. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
Chris, I thought we might be headed to overtime here, but this offense could not be denied. Outstanding execution, and they take the lead. Now it's all about, can their defense hold on to see if they can get this win.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. He'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And they start the clock with a timeout, 9 seconds remaining. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. And there's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Chris, this is it. Last shot here. Let's see if anybody can come up with a miracle play.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. They've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Well, Kirk, we thought it might be this kind of a game. Very small margin for error in this game. Who was going to make the crucial play at the end? And they did it to get the W.
Yeah, Chris, when games get tight like we saw here, it really comes down to who's the better coach team, who's going to execute better, and just as importantly, not letting the moment get to your head. That's a nice win for this head coach and his team.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.